Gracias. Okay, I want to speak in English, but before let me say in Spanish. Okay, I want the scenario a little bit, like sorry, in Spanish to those who are not from the project. So I want to explain the few steps. What is the main goal del escenario. Hola, bueno, buenos días. Aquellos que os acabáis de incorporar, simplemente os quería mostrar muy brevemente cuál es el objetivo del ejercicio que vamos a desarrollar hoy, que es la demostración final del proyecto PRAETORIAN. El proyecto PRAETORIAN es un proyecto que se ha estado comentando en las presentaciones dentro de la sala, que es un proyecto financiado por el programa Horizonte 2020 y su principal objetivo es proteger las infraestructuras críticas, es decir, dotar de tecnologías y de herramientas que permitan proteger las infraestructuras críticas. En este sentido, participamos instituciones. Por un lado, estamos hablando del puerto de Valencia, estamos hablando también del aeropuerto, del Hospital La Fe y, bueno, apoyado por la Universidad Politécnica de Valencia y por ETRA en todo el desarrollo tecnológico. Anteriormente, Eva de Muñoz de ETRA va a contar paso a paso cuál va a ser el escenario. El principal objetivo, pues se han estado desarrollando una serie de herramientas. Estamos hablando de que está enfocado a un ataque ciberfísico, combinado ciberfísico, es decir, hay herramientas que detectan un hackeo, un ataque ciber a los sistemas de acceso del puerto y, por otro lado, unas tecnologías, sensores de ruido, sensores de conductas violentas, detecciones de drones. Eso se va a poner en demostración durante todo el ejercicio. Entonces, simplemente era enfocar en cuando vayan las presentaciones, viendo cuál es su sentido, ¿vale? Y sin más, I want to speak in English. I have commented about what is the main goals of the scenario and what is the concept, and I give the floor to Eva. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are going to start this second part of the presentation. I introduce myself again. I'm Excel, the project manager of PRAETORIAN, and today I will be the narrator of the scenario. As you can see, this is what we call the demonstration scenario number 3. We had some others in some other countries, but we focus today on critical infrastructures in Valencia. And what we are going to do is that we have 3 critical infrastructures involved in this scenario. We have the Port of Valencia, we have also the airport, the International Airport of Valencia, and we have the Hospital La Fe. These are 3 critical infrastructures, and we are going to simulate different threats, different that are happening at different moments in this scenario. And we will see how we use the tools in PRAETORIAN to detect and to help the operator to make a decision. Of course, we have also first responders here in terms of the coordination of response. In the consortium of PRAETORIAN, we have a consortium of firefighters in. And we will see how to coordinate different agencies when providing this response. Let me tell you what is the scenario we want to be demonstrated today. You can see here step by step what we are going to see. Some of these steps will have to do with something happening on the cyber domain, some others at the physical domain, and at some moments we will see what is the correlation and how to prevent cascading effects. This is the overview. I will narrate later on step by step, and we will see how the operators use the tools. So we start, the main context is that we are in the Port of Valencia. It is the cruise season, and we know there is a possible attack on an alert on a possible cyber. So this is the starting point here, that there is a cruise season. There is a confidential report in the internet, and the system PRAETORIAN is able to detect this and to offer information to the operator, because this is a problem. If something has been leaked the internet with information about or sensitive information about opinions of doctor, this is something we can detect. In the following step, we start with the physical attack, and there will be a drone flying over the port. This is something we are going to see live here in the area near the building, and this has to be detected. We will have also an additional step in which, in parallel, an additional drone is detected in the airport. This is important whenever it's happening something like this related to drones. We will see there is a cascading effect, and several critical infrastructures have to know what's happening in order to evade different protocols or to take a decision. We will see that there is an underwater drone activated as a consequence. This is a decision of the airport operator or authority as a mitigation action. Following, we will see a cyber attack on the port IT systems. We will see what's happening and what the tool that help the operator to understand what's happening and why there is a cyber attack. It is focusing on the CCTV and the access control gates because we assume there is a group of terrorists trying to get access to the port. And this is what happens after the cyber attack. Terrorists are able to enter to the port with a van and get access with no limits because they have the system of the access control. So there is able, the van is able to get near to a cruise in which there are a lot of people. Once the van is close to the cruise and the terrorists abandon. This is something we are going to see live. From this moment, we will see the van, we will see the terrorists, we will see there is the port police reaching them, and then we will see a fight, and everything is going to be tracked, monitored, and detected by the PRAETORIAN system. To finalize this part of the physical attack, because everything is stages 5, 6, A and B, and part of the physical attack, we will simulate an explosion. There are some bombs in the van that are detonated, and near a lot of people, because we are near a tourist, there will be people in the room. So at this moment, we activate the coordinated response. First responders, hospital will be notified. So we see how everything is performed in terms of the protocol activated for responding to this emergency. I will be presenting different slides step by step, so you know what's happening. And then the operators here in the room, we have Angel as port operator, we have Carlos as the hospital operator, and we have Marcelo as the airport operator. The three of them are going to use the tools, they are going to share information, are going to notify some other agencies, and we will see this step by step. And here, there will be a slides to explain everything, but after the physical attack, since everything is happening live, I will just elaborate about the response, the coordination. We will see how emergency bodies are going in the area. So this is the overview of what is going to happen here today. So I think we can start now with the context of this scenario that we have prepared. So it is the Mediterranean tourist high season. In the port, in the port, the cruise terminal is operating at capacity. There are big cruises docked at the port, so there is an estimation that 6,000 persons are on board, and the port knows about that. So there is a certain degree of they activated the protocols because they know there will be a lot of people in the area. And as part of the attack, there's a coordinated group of terrorists planning means cyber and physical. The intention is to cause severe damage to the port facilities, killing a lot of people, and provoking an economic crisis in the Valencia region. I'm not going to say of people here from Valencia can know what's happening. Ahora lo explico en español brevemente. Lo que planteamos es un escenario donde el puerto de Valencia es una temporada de cruceros, 6.000 personas en distintos cruceros que han llegado a la zona. Y el puerto de esta capital pues vaya para los protocolos para la atención de todas estas personas. Pero en nuestro escenario lo que vamos a plantear es que un grupo de terroristas a iniciar un ataque combinado desde el punto de vista civil y físico. La intención es pues, dañar el puerto, matar a la mayor cantidad de personas posibles y que esto acabe siendo una crisis económica en la región de Valencia. So you can see now we're starting with the following steps. How the operators are using the PRAETORIAN tools. Every detection that is happening, also from the cyber and physical world, but also from big detections, for example, in social media or some other sources, will be in our system. So we will see that at any moment the operators will have access to this. We move to the first step in our attack. This is how we attack. How we attack our attack scenario. There is a confidential report about the four IT systems violated. Someone has leaked this information. So in this report, there are topics such as the CCTV or access control gates, which allow vehicles to enter in restricted area, and this is provided in the report. So now we start with the detections in PRAETORIAN. It is the moment for the poll.
It's fine. Can start then.
Okay, so me as a port operator, I received an email saying that a suspicious tweet has been identified. So what I can see in the email is that something has identified on Twitter, and I get some what we call mitigation actions. These actions are coming from the decision support system, that is a tool that we have explained this morning, and they are suggesting me that I can inform the Port Authority Chief Security Officer, the SOC, or the IT department. I can analyze the affected system, enforce password change to affected equipment, or perform security scan, review firewall logs, etc. So now to get more information, I'm going to connect to the decision support system. But first, we would like to show you the PRAETORIAN dashboard where we can access to all our tools, cyber situation awareness, physical situation awareness, hybrid, and we go to the decision support system, where, as we said before, we see the suspicious tweet information, and if we click, we indeed see that there is a tweet on the internet that due to a cloud hack, multiple security reports of Spanish governmental agencies has been leaked online, including a Fundación Valencia Port report containing some critical details, and we can even access to the report that seems quite serious. Now, following the mitigation actions, I need to communicate with my IT department, informing of this. So what I'm doing is to open our chat tool. I'm going to open a chat with the Port IT department, and I'm going to communicate that a confidential IT report has been detected on Twitter, and now they are informed and they can take a look to the report. This chat tool is a very powerful tool, as we have seen in the morning presentation, because we can even share documents, we can have chats with many people, so we can communicate lots of people at the same time. So now the IT team is investigating the report.
Thank you very much. En español, lo que había, de momento, es que se ha sabido que hay un informe confidencial en Internet que podría desvelar información sensible sobre los sistemas del puerto, incluyendo los sistemas de vigilancia de cámaras o los sistemas de control de acceso. La herramienta lo que ha hecho es detectar este tweet donde se desvela toda esta información e incorporarlo al sistema. El ordenador lo ha verificado y lo ha comunicado al departamento correspondiente. So at this moment, what we have in the system is the detection that something has been leaked related to the board. And this is important because this is something that is already stored in the system and allows to have information about a possible threat at this moment. In the second stage, we start with the physical attack. We know that there is a drone flying over the port and taking pictures. This is something that we are going to see live. Okay, the drone is flying right now.
Pero mismo para dar la imagen está en esta forma para que las mástiles y un poco más.
Okay, so the drone is flying right now. Yes, maybe you can.
Yes, I have received an email with a drone detection.
Okay, so that's great. You can see maybe the drone is flying over the sea. Of course, we cannot fly when there's people, but the drone is flying. This is a drone that it is not authorized. It's part of the attack. So we have a detection, drone detection system. And everything might explain what's happening with the detection. If we can use our model to explain what's happening.
Yes, hello, I'm sharing my screen. It will take a second. Yeah. So here we can see the human-machine interface for the drone detection system. It consists of a number of parts, mainly the map, which shows green dots that are yet to be classified, blue dots that have been classified. On the bottom left, we have a static camera that is currently tracking a drone that has been identified, and you can see its own tracks, the way it's flowing. On the bottom right, you see a zoomed in image of the drone flying. It uses a camera that's used for the classification. And on the right-hand side, we see all the previous detections that have occurred. We're also storing all the data so we can see all the classifications we have done previously today while you were seeing the presentations. And with each individual one, we can see detailed images of each drone. For any previous classifications, we can also see a previous track. In this case, it's right over this one, but I can show this track. So this is a previous detection and the route the drone has taken. So once a drone is detected, the information is sent to the PRAETORIAN system, the physical awareness system, and a short video is created from the images taken. So I'll pass it on back, and if you have any other questions, I'll be back here.
Thank you. We move again to the port operator to see what's happening in the PRAETORIAN system.
Okay, so again, we have received another email with an unauthorized drone detection. In fact, I have checked as a port operator that there are no drone flights are granted for today. So indeed, this is an unauthorized drone detection. And again, we can see the location of the detection here at the first line, and some mitigation actions that, as I said, I have checked if the drone is authorized or not. In this case, it's not authorized. I'm going to inform the port police and the 112. But I want to get more information in the decision support system. So we have received several drone alerts. So the drone has been detected like several times.
Drone is detected, it will inform us. Okay, so that's why there are multiple drones, I think. So that's why we want to give this kind of value.
Okay, that's the reason. Thank you very much, Juanjo. So as we see here, this is a PSA alert. PSA stands for Physical Situation Awareness. So we have a specific tool to check more information about that. So we go to the tool and we can geolocate where the drone has been detected. So we go there and we see here that we are in the Edificio del Reloj area. The drone is over here. And if I click the drone, I can see the real image detected from the drone. So this is a proper detection, and this is causing some cascading effects. We have talked about this morning about cascading effects that a drone in the port could affect other critical infrastructures. So if we go to the hybrid situation awareness system, we can see that a drone detection in the port is clearly affecting the airport here, because we are in the landing way of the planes here in Valencia. But another view, this view is good to geolocate the problems, to see where is the port located right now and the drone, and where is the critical infrastructure affected. But we have another interesting view, which is called the synoptic light diagram, where we can see all the assets that are affected by this detection. So here on the top left corner, we can see our counter UAV system that has detected a drone, and this has a cascading effect in the port authority. For sure, it's affecting the port, and you can see here how the airport offices are turning yellow, which means that they are affected as well, as we are going to see now with our colleague, the airport operator.
So we can see also the view of the airport, because I think cascading effects is critical. We can see what are the possible measures to propagate the threat. So now let's see what is the information that the airport is able to see.
I'm at the port premises. I have got an email. It says that there's a drone detection that is affecting the port, and I want to know more information about this. And here I got the message that says that there's a drone detection at the port. So to get more information, I will go to the hybrid situation awareness, where I see that there is an alarm here, this red bell, and so I will pick it in order to know what cascading effects this has been received. So I want to load them on the map, and I can see that something is happening here at the port, and it's affecting the airport offices. So as there is a drone, I need to know whether it is in the area where we have to act at the airport. I need to know whether it is in the
Por favor, facilitar ese ciclo de explicación. Gracias.
Yes. As this is here at the airport, I see the drone is in our location. So I want to click this in order to see more information. There's a video of the drone, so I can see maybe where it is going to, and where what building could it affect, or more information. And with this, we would trigger our critical level of the procedure, and we would now arrange a meeting of the crisis committee that you have at the airport. And so we now would decide whether we stop operations. Now we would stop operations because there's a dangerous drone into the airport. And so we could call the authorities in order to know what they are going to do, and they would tell us when everything is fine, or we must be in this phase of the alert. And with this, I would get this information is very useful to us to the airport because we know where the drone is, and we know which phase of our procedure we must be activating in each moment.
Thank you very much. So we have seen two different drones, two different situations in which there was one drone from the area of Valencia, the port of Valencia. We have seen this live here outside. We have seen what happened in parallel. There is another drone in the area of the airport, and how Praetorian is able to anticipate a possible situation with information about cascading effects. At this moment, we continue, and explain in Spanish. Hemos visto dos situaciones diferentes. En una de ellas había un dron volando en la zona del puerto, y esto lo hemos visto aquí en vivo, que estaba volando y ha sido detectado en tiempo real por los sistemas que tenemos aquí instalados. Además, hemos visto que el aeropuerto es informado de que puede haber efectos en cascada y cómo les afectaría el hecho de que un dron esté volando sobre el puerto. Hemos reproducido una situación en la cual, en paralelo, otro dron lleno el aeropuerto de Valencia, pero ellos ya tenían información al respecto, con lo cual se han podido anticipar, han podido consultar información adicional y han podido tomar las medidas necesarias de mitigación activando los protocolos correspondientes. So we continue with the attack. In this moment, we just had drones. We've seen previously that one of the mitigation actions once the drone has been detected in the area, is the possibility to activate a subaquatic drone. This is a decision of the port authority in case they consider it is necessary to do an inspection of the area. So this is what we have to see now. This is something that we can also integrate in PRAETORIAN. So the port operator now has to see what's happening with the tools.
Okay, as Eva said, I'm reviewing the mitigation actions in the decision support system, and one of them is to inform the port police, and another one is to deploy an underwater drone to check if there is something high in the cruise area under the water. So the first step, I'm going to use the chat tool again with the port police. So I'm going to explain that a drone, an unauthorized drone, has been detected. So I'm going to ask them to deploy the underwater drone. Oops, sorry. In the cruise area. So they answer that they are going to deploy it. So let's see in the PSA, because we can see that in the PSA we have here a port agent. As you see, we are in the cruise area. We have a cruise now over there. So let's take a look to the video and see the deployment of the drone, the underwater drone this time. This is happening to see if there is something suspicious, like a bomb artifact or something, and that could be related to the drone attack, because as we said before, all the assets, elements are interrelated, and PRAETORIAN has warned that there could be a problem in the area. Okay, that's for the drone. And we have images as well from inside the water, from the underwater drone itself. We don't see anything suspicious this time. So we continue with the scenario. We see that there's nothing in, below the water.
Thank you very much. So we have seen decide to activate and mitigation action based on the information provided by the system and based on the analysis of the possible cascading effects. And this is as was the case now. So we continue now with the following stage in our account. We have a cyber attack. We know that there was a report containing sensitive information on the IT system in the port, the CCTV, and then the spotter. And this is information that has been used by the attackers to hack the systems. So first, what the attackers are going to do is to get access to the CCTV system and get access to the streaming. They are not able to deactivate the system. What's happening, because they get access to the streaming, so they can see everything happening in the portal. And they also have the access control system, and with the purpose to introduce the blade of the bands in the system, so the band can be authorized by the now we are going to see what's happening in the system, because the attackers are doing these actions, but the fact of the cyber situational awareness is detecting everything.
Okay, back to the port operator screen. We have received an email, and I'm now in the decision support system screen, the main dashboard for the alert, and I see that we have here 2 new CSA alert, situational awareness alerts. One of them is, as Eva said, related with the CCTV system, and the other with the data manipulation to enter the plate on the system. But let's get further information in the cyber situation awareness HMI. So now we are presenting to you the cyber situation awareness HMI. What you can, okay, that's the alert from the email with a bit of delay, but we can see now on the left side all the assets that I have under my control. As we said, we want the goal of the attack is the video surveillance asset and the automated gate system. Those are what we call primary assets that depend on many supporting assets that are the ones that are on the external part of the figure. So the idea of the attacker, as you can see on the right side, that is the timeline of the attack, is to enter, to attack first a supporting asset so that they can perform a hacking in the primary asset. So now on the right, you see here the timeline is correct. So first we have the attack on the CCTV system, and I'm going to explain you the steps that Praetorian has detected. First, it was a phishing attack, and CCTV control operator has received an email, and he has opened the email, and a malware has been installed in the system, exploiting a vulnerability in the software. That exploitation allows to perform an account discovery. So the attacker has now credentials to capture the video, and finally to perform the exfiltration over the web service. That means that he's receiving in his PC, computer, laptop, the video in real time. But something interesting that we want to show you is that here send us the alert. But the alert arrived before the final step of the attack was executed. So if we use Praetorian, okay, we are doing now a demonstration, but if this was a real situation, the port operator would have received the alert before this video exfiltration has taken place and would be able to stop the attack. And afterwards, we have the attack on the access control system. As you see, the first step is an attack in the track entrance camera. This camera had to be replaced like 1 month ago, and during the supply chains process, someone intercepted the camera and updated or manipulated the firmware, installing a malware in that firmware. That malware, once the camera is installed, and this is what we call a lateral movement. So the attack uses the camera to perform an attack to the access control server, creating a bits job that is an scheduled task. That task, when it's executed, creates a protocol tunnel, a tunnel between the attacker computer and the access control center. And with that attack, with that tunnel, the attacker is able to perform this data manipulation to include the plate of the ban in the system, and that plate will be allowed to enter in the port facilities. As before, here, if you take a look, Praetorian was able to detect that there was a suspicious behavior in the system, and that suspicious behavior was detected before the hacker could perform the data manipulation. So again, with Praetorian working, we would have received an alert on time and stop this data manipulation.
Case, the attack is successful. But as you can see, when we use this part of the cyber situation awareness, actually the operator is able to see what's happening and would be able to stop the control again of the IT systems or of the what's happening. We assume that the attack is successful, continue with the demonstration, but an operator using Praetorian would be able to do some mitigation actions. Now en Spanish, lo que acabamos de ver es la parte del ciberataque en la cual el operador puede tener información de cada paso del ataque ciber, entender cómo ha podido el hacker entrar en sus sistemas, cuáles son los mecanismos que ha utilizado, a qué parte del sistema se ha entrado, en este caso era a las cámaras de seguridad y al sistema de control de accesos. En una situación real, un operador utilizando PRAETORIAN podría ser capaz de parar en ese mismo momento, tomar las medidas necesarias con sus sistemas, o sea, con su proveedor de servicio o con su gente de tecnologías para tomar las medidas necesarias. Asumimos que el ataque tiene éxito, porque si no, nos habrá la energía del mismo. Pero vamos a continuar entendiendo qué es lo que pasa a continuación. So we continue now. This assumption that the cyber attack is successful, and one of the guards of the attackers can enter and move through restricted areas. And this is the vehicle that is going to get access to the port facilities. And this is the one that will be, for the rest of the demonstrations, the one we are going to see in the port that we are going to prepare. Esta era la furgoneta que ha conseguido acceso al puerto. Aquí vemos en la imagen de cómo ha entrado. Y para el resto de la demostración, esta será la furgoneta que veremos moverse por el puerto y que será detectada por los sistemas. So now we know that the unauthorized vehicle has entered the restricted area. Thanks to the fact of access control system, it will be able to move through the whole port and get very, very close to where previous in which there are a lot of people. So now we see what the PRAETORIAN system can do tracking this one.
Okay, now as a port operator, I know that there has been a hack in the access control system. So the access control system is very related with the physical system. So I moved to the physical situation awareness system, and indeed, I see an incident regarding an unauthorized vehicle. So I'm going to the area and I can check what information PRAETORIAN is giving to me. And as you said, the van that was entering the port facilities is being tracked, and it looks like it's going to the cruise area because we have another alert. So indeed, we are closer to the cruise. We see again the same van. So we know at any time where the van is moving in the port area. So another one. Okay, you see that we can track and detect the van in different areas. This is the real area of the cruise terminal, but for the demonstration purposes, we are going to use this area outside this building as the area close to the cruise. So the idea will be to see very soon the van arriving here and having a detection on the system.
We are in the final stage of the demonstration near the police. It is far away from here. We are going to reproduce everything here near this building. So we will see the van entering this area, and we will see live what's happening outside with the detection of the van. So we will see that the van is entering this area, that the members of the port police are going to be notified that something is happening. We will see everything live. The terrorists are going to abandon the van and run away, and there will be a fight between the port police that is reaching them, and how everything is detected and streaming in the system. And to finalize this part of the live demonstration, the terrorists are going to detonate some bombs that are in the van. We will see the explosion. We will see a large smoke column, and there will be people nearby injured. As soon as the van enters here, there will be several detections and right to the system. We will see everything happening. We will not stop the action to explain each tool and to explain what's happening, But after all these stages, here we have the ban. We will explain what is detected and how in Praetorian. So now the action is starting with the terrorists. The ban is now in the area. Estamos viendo que el furgoneta ha entrado en el área. La plataforma tendrá que detectarla y tiene que haber una notificación a la policía portuaria que tienen que venir a por ellos.
So we saw now in the PSA that we have received the incident. Now, as you can see, we are outside this building, Edificio del Reloj. So this is now very suspicious because the van is stopped. So I'm going to talk to the port police that we have a suspicious van in the Edificio del Reloj area. So please act as soon as possible. So what we can see in the PSA is that the car of the port police, the patrol, is not very close to the area, but they have received the notification and they will arrive soon to our location to stop the van.
That the port police
Now they are coming.
They have received the notification, so they start moving. We can track them and see where they are. We can see they have to come to this area to investigate what is about the van and what's happening, why there is a van in this area. Oh, here they are. So we will see them entering this same area. You will see it in the camera. Ahora mismo la policía portuaria ha recibido la notificación, se está acercando, we can hear them, les podemos oír ya, ¿no? Y vienen a investigar qué ha pasado con la furgoneta y por qué hay una furgoneta parada ahí fuera. And now we can see the terrorists are abandoning the van and they are going to catch them and there is a fight. So after a while, the terrorists are finally cuts, but one of them is able to get back to the van. And, the intention is to provoke the detonation of the bombs in the van. You can see that the other one is cut. It's called by the police. This is the explosion. And we can start watching the smoke near the van. So at this stage, we can get back to the Praetorian rules to see how the system has detected many different situations.
Yes, let's come back to the PSA. We didn't want to stop the action outside, but we are going to see all the detections that the PSA has performed. So first, there has been a fight. So please, your attention. This is very important. This is a very important feature because the cameras by themselves, they are analyzing the video and knowing this is in artificial intelligence with video analytic algorithm, they detect that something is happening. So the operator doesn't need to look at the 300 cameras of the port at the same time. So the camera is the one sending the alert because it's detecting something strange, thanks to the video analytics algorithm inside of the PSA. So this is one of the alerts. And another one, we have detected as well the bomb with an audio sensor. So we are not sharing the sound, but you have seen the sound that the audio sensor has detected the bomb offside. So now is the time to start the coordinated response. So Praetorian is providing innovation tools, but we want to have here the number, the call 112, because this is the current procedure. The current procedure is when something happened in the port, we should call 112 to coordinate the actions. But we are going to see here in Praetorian different options that can add value to this call to 112. So first, the first stage is to inform the population. In order to do that, first we are going to use the tool that is called Emergency Population Warning System, and we are going to define the area that could be affected by the explosion. So once the area is defined, and we define the evacuation area and the emergency area, we continue. And we send the alert. This is an standard alert and a European alert of level 1. Sending that we have an explosive artifact. We see here that we have count this very interesting number, 166 phones in the area. These phones are going to receive an SMS with this notification, informing that there has been an explosion in the area and they should evacuate the zone. So this is one of the tools. So another one that we have here in the Praetorian dashboard is a tool to communicate, because now many people is looking at Twitter, and it is a very good way to inform the population. So here we have several incidents to select. So we are going to detect the explosion, and we have a predefined tweet. Let me check. Yeah, that we need to avoid the area and wait on the further information from the authorities. So let's tweet it. For sure, we don't want to tweet very alarming information. So this tweet is fake, and we have an account, and this is not going to be published in reality. But in a real emergency, we will have the tool to publish a tweet so that everyone connected to Twitter could read the tweet. So now we have informed the population in the area, but we have another tool to inform the first responders. So coming back to the main Praetorian dashboard, we are going to connect now with the information sharing with first responder tool. So it's loading right now, and we are going to do the same. We are going to send, this is the way Praetorian communicates with first responders as it has been explained in the morning presentation of the tool, we are going to give the first responder information regarding the incident, the location, the weather forecast, the number of people in the area, something very interesting for them. And I'm going to try to restart to see if we manage to get to the system. Now it's connected. So we select the system, and this is the information preloaded that we are going to send to the first responders, that there has been an explosion. We have the address. So this information is sent. We have weather forecast information, important for them as well. And here you see the number of people that we managed to get from the emergency population warning system. So this is sent as well. And some forecasting information, that this information is coming from the cascading effects from the hybrid situation awareness system, and is forecasting some possible authorities affected by this explosion and other CIs, other critical infrastructure that are affected as well. So I'm going to send the information to them as well. So now they have all the information, and they receive the information in this tool that we have been already seen during the demo, that is the chat tool. So they have all this information, and they have received, they have just acknowledged that they received the information, and the first responders are coming to respond to the emergency.
Access to the system to verify what's happened. He got access to the images of the fighting, to the structure, the sound. He has the first action has been called in the 112. I think this is the most immediate action. But then we are providing additional mechanisms to get additional information in a very automatic way, gathering of the data in the system. So we have used the emergency population warning system to alert the population. We have been able to see how many homes are in the area, to estimate the people are in the area. I will have used the social media tool to notify Twitter, and we have used the first responder information sharing system to notify everything to first responders. So these are mechanisms to achieve that information is received. We are almost in real time and faster. At this moment, we move to the hospital operator because they have received information also about cascading effects, that something is happening in the area of the port. Hemos visto que después de la explosión y de todo lo que ha pasado aquí fuera, el operador del puerto ha tenido acceso en tiempo real a lo que había ocurrido. Podido ver las imágenes de los terroristas, de la lucha, el sonido de la explosión, y ha verificado que es algo real lo que está ocurriendo. Entonces ha activado los procedimientos habituales, ha notificado al 112, que sería el punto de entrada, el punto de comienzo de toda la activación de la emergencia, pero además hay mecanismos adicionales para proporcionarles toda la información que está almacenada en el sistema, dónde ha ocurrido todo, cuántas personas podrían estar afectadas, porque se ha activado un aviso un aviso a la población, con la cual hemos detectado el número de incidentes que hay en los alrededores. Se ha notificado a través de redes sociales a la gente que no se acerque al puerto porque podría estar ocurriendo algo, y también se ha utilizado el mecanismo de compartir información con los responsables de responder a la emergencia. Les ha llegado toda la información que estaba almacenada en nuestro sistema PRAETORIAN automáticamente. Localización, número de posibles personas cerca del área y todo lo que necesitas saber sobre lo que ha ocurrido. Y ahora nos vamos a la parte del hospital, que también ha recibido esta información y que como también tiene acceso al sistema, puede ver qué es lo que está ocurriendo.
Okay, so on the hospital side, we received an email also alerting about an explosion detected in the port with a sound sensor. We can go to the decision support system, and here we can see information that the explosion was detected at the port. We can see the site location and the evacuation alert. If we go to the HSA, we have here also an alarm that's saying that there are cascading effects detected, and it's detecting the explosion at the port, is affecting the 112, that is then affecting the AENA, and also the emergency department, the hospital in our case. We go to the synoptic life diagram. Here, we can see in an abstract way the different assets and how are they affected by this explosion. The explosion that happened at the port, we have here the different colors that represent the level of affectedness and how it's affecting the 112 and then the hospital. If we go to the chat, then we can alert the emergency team. To send the ambulances. Okay, and they are on their way.
So at the moment, we know that the different emergency services have been activated because of send information about the event, also the hospital, the information, I don't know what to do because it has been an explosion, so they will be affected. People injured with happening, and they activate the resources they need to attend the estimated number of people. So I think we need to wait for the emergency services arriving. We could see it outside too.
Now you can move outside.
We can go outside now.
Sí, no. No tiene nadie un grito diciendo que.
Un poquito es como que.
Sí, yo no sé quién tenía que hacer esta parte, que era la que yo estaba. De hecho, mientras estamos tratando. Sí, hola, encantada. Muy bien. Genial. Nada, ¿has estado todo el tiempo? Sí. Pues, sí, pues sí.
O que se comparte. Yes, someone.
Hello.
The people in the yes. So, like to finish this morning, this day, and this demonstrator, and thanks you for attending this big meeting for the president project. So, first of the coordinator is this project, and I think this was a really good demonstration. We had many before, we had many attendees, so I believe it's a success. So we can felicitate ourselves with this. I would like to thank all the participants, all the partners of the project, Eva and Angel and Rafa for the acquisition. And from the technical part, I think Anfa was also really strongly involved, so thank you for this. So we're going to close the session. Thanks again to all, to everybody. We believe for organization of this welcome here. Thank you again. And you can follow PRAETORIAN projects on what will be after, of course, the website.
C'est comme ça qu'il fait foirer Ivanti quand il crache.
Have all the information about the community activities. The next step for us will be our last plenary assembly, and of course, the most important will be the final event in Brussels on 22 of September. So we will have the possibility to follow this in remote too. So don't hesitate to register. And it will be also a good event. So have a good afternoon, day, and maybe see you later.
Oui, sécurité contrôle.